wasn't that trigger the day? It was really low.
Do you want to delay a minute or two to see if Marvin shows up? Do you want to delay a minute or two to see if Marvin shows up? There's David.
I mean, we technically have a quorum already, so we should be okay.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if he'd be late.
We do have an hour time limit, so if you feel like we're
But we
gonna,
don't want to wait an hour.
yeah, no.
Staff has things to do with it. You guys can
Just saying, if you feel like we're gonna have a heavy discussion, we should start.
We can go on then if you proceed, so.
Was that necessary?
David, you didn't happen to see Marvin out there in the parking lot, did you?
I didn't see him, no.
Well, the time on the clock says it's 12 noon. I'd like to welcome everybody to this special meeting, September 25th, 2025, Metropolitan Area Planning Commission. First order is to call roll.
Marvin Kusick. Cole Ream.
Here.
Walker Henson.
Here.
Michael O'Brien. David Trojan.
Here.
Brian Henry.
Here.
Greg Hobb.
Here.
Donald Roberts.
Here.
David Henneke.
Here.
Clarence Maley. And Derwin Norwood. Quorum.
We do have a quorum, okay. Item 2.1 minutes. Consider approval of the minutes of the July 21st, 2025 MAPC regular scheduled meeting. That's been distributed to everyone. Do we have any questions, comments, corrections? Any discussion?
Move to approve.
Second. Have a motion
Second.
and a second to approve all of those.
We have the voting system as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Press your buttons. And that carries
Thank you.
unanimously.
Didn't vote.
There, got it.
Item 3.1 zoning. Hold a public hearing and consider an ordinance to rezone the property addressed as 1218 North 12th Street from R4 residential duplex or two-family dwelling district to R4 residential duplex or two-family dwelling district with a spud overlay, and make a recommendation to the mayor and board of commissions. So we will open the public hearing with a presentation from city staff.
Yes, all right, thank you. As mentioned, this is for the property at 1218 North 12th Avenue for simplified plan unit development or SPUD in the R4 zoning district. So let's go over what a SPUD is. It's been a while since y'all have seen one. Primarily, the simplified plan unit development or SPUD is a request for infill in places that already have existing streets and utilities, generally consisting of individual lots. SPUDs are designed to encourage the use of residential manufactured homes for infill developments to meet the city's housing needs. So, since it is residential manufactured homes, y'all have previously seen a few of these. We're going to refresh on what the definition of residential manufactured homes are. So here we define everything, what a manufactured home is, and the standards, and basically the bulk regulations are also in this definition. So it has to be 40 feet in length. Let's see if I can put my little arrow. 40 feet in length, and is at least 320 or more square feet in floor area. We have the permanent chassis, all this good stuff. And then we have also designated building design elements. There are 12 of these, and they are the minimum width of 24 feet, has to be constructed in the last 2 years. The minimum gross floor area is 960 square feet. The orientation has to be facing towards the street. Some of the major ones is this concrete block foundation with crawl space, with the adequate access and ventilation, and to the current adopted code for single-family dwelling units. We had the roof for each house needs to be gable. The unit has to incorporate a porch or a covered shelter projecting in the front of the entrance. And then another major one is going to be, let's see if I can get it down there, is the permanent steps at all exits that are concrete or stone and must be ADA compliant if there are ramps installed. So, on to the subject property. Here's an aerial map of the subject property. Is located on North 12th Street on the west side near the intersection of 12th and Birch. So the current zoning of the subject property is R4 with C3 on the north side of Birch, and all surrounding it is R4. So the future land use map that was part of the Envision Enid Comprehensive Plan, which was adopted in 2015, projects the area. The little black dot is the subject property. That's a rough estimate. It's probably a little bit further down, but that's my little dot. It projects it to be a traditional neighborhood, and the traditional neighborhoods are defined as predominantly residential in character, but should provide a diverse array of housing options that meet the lifestyle needs of all Enid's current and future residents, is what the comprehensive plan defines traditional neighborhoods. So here's a street views looking on 12th, that the bottom is the north, and here's to the south, to your orientation looking down the streets, looking at this time you should be looking at the aesthetics of these houses to see if it meets the proposed for this SPUD. So on to the applicant's request. So the applicant's requesting permission to place a residential manufactured home on the subject property. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost an 1,800 square foot house. The manufactured home will have a concrete foundation, a paved drive, a front porch with concrete steps, brick skirting, and asphalt shingles. That was all defined here in the provided written explanation with the application that the applicants submitted. So here's the plot plan of the location of the manufactured home. It will be here. It will be oriented towards 12th Street within all the building lines. Here's the elevations of the proposed structure. And of course, the front elevation will be what you will see from 12th. All right, these are examples that the applicant has submitted on what it's going to look like visually.
Which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
It's going to be bits and pieces. So they're the gabling deck
They're here
cover.
tonight, so they'll be able to tell us some more.
Yes,
too, right?
they are here. So the gable, for in this one, it's the gable roof deck cover is the example. And then you can kind of read how the architectural, here's the shingles. This is a smart panel exterior that's going to be on what's going to be on the facade. And then the trim is going to be hardy board around your windows. So, Planning Commission, you have to determine these 4 items: whether the SPUD is consistent with the comprehensive plan, whether the SPUD harmonizes with the existing and expected development of surrounding areas, whether the SPUD is a unified treatment of the development possible of the project site, and whether the SPUD is consistent with the stated purposes of the standards of this article. Are there any questions for staff at this time? The applicant's representative is here. If you have any questions for them as well.
I've got a couple.
Okay.
So as I understand, the applicants are Josue, Abel, Gonzalez, Chavez, and Karen Rosales, but this other document says the applicant is Alfredo Padilla.
Yes, so that was the original property owner. During this process, they finalized in Josep The other ones are the actual owners at this time.
Okay. So Alfredo no longer owns the property,
Correct.
the other people do.
Yes.
All right, and then the second thing is, if anybody around, within that 300 feet objects, are they supposed to do something in writing, send notice to you all? And then, so my last question, has anybody objected?
We have not received any objections in office. Normally, they'll call in asking what the letters are for. I'll let them know why these people are applying for it, and if they wish to protest it, they need to come to the meeting. I think they can also write it in as well. That's correct.
Yes, they have all options. That is why we hold this public hearing. It is publicly noticed. They can also come here
And so
if
the
they
best of
wanna
your
cause-
knowledge, nobody's objected?
Correct.
And, obviously, hopefully it's going to, again, be very nice. It's new driveway. Hopefully nobody would want to object to improving the neighborhood.
And like I said, staff has not received any objections or any protests to this, and there's no one signed up either for.
Okay, that's all I have.
And if you drive by there, as far as harmonious use in the neighborhood, it meets or exceeds the aesthetics of any of the houses in that couple, 3 blocks there, so.
Does this go to?
I know we've talked about these quite a while for the last year or so. and
Yes,
They can be very nice homes.
yeah.
Does it go to the building code to make sure everything conforms to?
Yes, so they'll have to pull their building permits and everything. And with the addition of those codes, they have to meet those 12 requirements that we have as well. And regular zoning setbacks and all that good stuff.
Has staff determined they've met the 4, or answered the 4 questions, or?
Yes. Well, I didn't answer them since it was for their determination, but I did provide all of it. It does appear that if you would like me to make a recommendation, I do believe that they have met all of these at this time.
That's good for them to know. However, it's your decision. We've got some people to hear from tonight.
Is that it?
Yes, unless y'all have any more questions for me.
All right, thank you, Jocelyn. Do we have anybody signed up to speak from the public?
No, no one signed up.
Okay, would do you gentlemen represent the owner or the manufacturer of the?
The retailer.
Okay. Do you have any in it? You're certainly more than welcome to add any additional comments if you would like.
I'm sure if y'all have any specific questions, I can answer anything and everything. If y'all curious, anything manufactured housing. I've grown up in the industry. My family's been in it. My grandpa opened a dealership in North Texas about in 1983, so I've grown up in the whole industry.
Does anybody have any questions for this?
Where's this fabricated? Where was it
Waco,
manufactured?
Texas.
In Waco, so you're going
Can
to
you come
transport?
up to the
Yeah, for
microphone,
sure.
please?
So it's in Waco, Texas. It's Jessup Housing.
So it'll be transported here from Waco?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Want to open a manufacturing facility in Oklahoma?
Well, I'm involved with the ownership of Jessup, so they're always looking for other places. Right now, they're looking at North Arkansas, where the Walmart plants are at right now, or Alabama, but I'm sure that the Oklahoma market continues to trend in this direction, that there's going to be eyes open for sure.
How many of these do you manufacture a year?
I don't have the exact numbers, but right now Jessup sells to over 65 dealerships in Louisiana, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Texas, New Mexico, Arkansas, and every dealership puts out 6 to 15 homes a month. So if you want to do the math there, it's a lot of homes. And,
How many
I mean,
employees do you have down there?
How many what?
How many employees?
Oh, I mean, there's 2 factories right now, and I'm sure that there's over 500 employees altogether. And
Wow.
then so they have it set up where the manufacturer is also connected to retail centers. So they have over 45 stores that are owned by the group that owns a factory as well. And I would say every dealership has at least 6 employees per location.
Do we have any questions specifically about the mobile home or the manufactured house going?
Yeah,
on this
I'm open to
location?
answer any
How
questions.
long is
I
the
got.
warranty to the purchaser?
So the aesthetic warranty is a year, and then everything else has its own warranties. So there's a AC warranty, there's a plumbing warranty, there's different. We give customers a whole flash drive full of information because it's too much to memorize. So everything is, so their fridge has the warranty through the manufacturer.
And
et
your
cetera.
company will actually place this home on this lot, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Have you placed any in Enid, Oklahoma, or the area prior to this time?
I mean, we've delivered a bunch in Cushing and Manford and areas out west, but not in Enid.
On the warranty, I get it, that there's different warranties on different things, but generally, is it 5 years? Is it 1 year? Is it
It's
3 years?
it's 1 year, everything from
Okay.
top of the roof to the bottom of the floor, and then everything else has their own specific.
Okay.
And generally, even in the stick-built house industry, it's usually a year. So,
Yeah, that's pretty standard throughout the whole entire industry.
okay.
So I've got one question that just out of curiosity, back on the porches, that's one of the 12 elements, I guess, that the homeowner has to
Yeah.
do, and I don't know that you have anything to do with that because you're just selling the home to them.
So, I mean, so basically the best way to think about us is I'm a subcontractor where I'm the main contractor for the whole entire project.
Okay.
So I sub out every single thing, so I'm in charge of the whole entire loan. So anything that's on the purchase agreement that they had to do, and normally there's not that many requirements, but since we are placing it in Enid, there are more requirements that had to be accomplished. So there are a bunch more add-ons that we are responsible for. So everything from the concrete runners being poured are my contractors, all the way to the steps being built are my contractors. So anything with the whole entire project are with our contractors.
Well, hopefully you're going to give them the really nice porch with the.
Well,
gable.
so yeah, it's gabled roof. They sent us like example photos, and that was, I think it's an 8x6 deck. They're a 4x4, but that's the only gabled roof example I had. And then it's gonna be surrounded by concrete bricks. And then if the bottom left photo is the photo of the house, the colors are different. So everything outside those two black pillars is gonna be black. So it's black surrounded, that front two sides, the sides and the back, and then that middle piece, it's gonna be a tan insert. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
there's concrete,
yeah.
it's the permanent steps.
That's right, that was one of the elements.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you. It sounds
No
like
problem.
you do a pretty nice home. Somebody's getting a nice home here.
Yep.
On the certification details, I saw that it said that it had to meet either the HUD criteria or the IRC. Which do you guys
Every
have?
single HUD
outstanding?
that comes out of, or every single home that comes out of Jessup Housing meets HUD code.
Okay. And I'm asking this one even though I'm sure I know the answer already, but this, of course, is not going to have any sort of negative impact on the values of other homes adjacent. Assuming I know the answer.
Yeah, I was curious because I wanted to see the property values around the house, and the two lots across the street and on both sides aren't worth more than $30,000 fair cash value, and the loan amount for this is over $190,000. So,
190?
yeah.
Yeah, again, if you go drive that street,
Yeah, I did.
it meets or exceeds the harmonious look of the neighborhood, so.
Well, and that's manufactured housing is always an interesting thing because some it'll bring that value straight up and other ones it'll have the opposite effect. So I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, in the past 10 years, this industry's made a huge jump in terms of how it looks and the curb appeal, I would say. I mean, there are some homes that some companies make that are insane, but those compete with stick-built houses. Jessup's affordable housing, so they're not building the top-of-the-line houses that you see that I can pull up and show y'all photos of, but they still do build a very nice home.
Thank you.
No problem.
Anything else? All right, thank you for your
Thank you all.
Thank you for your presentation there. Okay, well, everybody's had a chance to speak, so we will close the public hearing now, and we will move on to making a recommendation for or against.
I just have one comment. Just make
Okay.
sure that those four determination, you all agree that yes, it's for all of those, let me know so I can put that in the recommendation to the council.
Okay. So we will make a recommendation for or against to the city council, including those four principles. I will entertain a motion.
I would move that we go and approve the recommendation and the request, and that I also would, as part of that motion, believe and state that those four questions have been answered through evidence and proof of the information that's been provided to us, as well as information we've been provided from the developer or the owner and the and the manufacturer.
Very well.
Second.
Who is the second?
I heard Don is the second. He's closest to my ears, so. All of those in favor, as Mr. Haneke has so eloquently stated, hit your buttons. I'm still getting used to that. Okay. No votes. All right. That motion carries. We'll make that recommendation to the city council. Last item is to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Got a motion? Got a second? All those in favor, hit your button. Everyone have a good day.
Because of, they could.